Y'all better watch out. Y'all better watch out. When Mad Day gets here, oh boy. So I just got out of court. I had a hearing today. It is a divorce case, and we had a temporary orders hearing today, which is an order that is put into place while the case is still pending, because sometimes a lot be going on. So I represent husband. I put husband on the stand. Everything's going good. Our goal today is to get 50-50 custody. No child support ordered. Everything was going swell until wife takes the stand and plays a secretly recorded audio between her and husband having an argument at the house. And guess what my client said? F these kids. F this house. I don't care about nothing. You can have it all. He just wants his piece and his last name. So she can't have the last name, but she can have the kids. She can have the house. She can have everything else. So you can imagine my face as this gets played in court, and I just look over to my client like this. And he writes to me, because my clients, I have a little notepad for them to jot down notes, and he's like, "This is illegal, object." No, it's not. So for anyone who thinks that secretly recording someone or being secretly recorded is illegal, it's not. Texas is a one-party consent state, which means all you need is one person to consent to the recording, to the filming, whatever, however they're doing it. And the person who's doing it is the one person who can consent. Y'all, divorce is called Mad Day. Expect the worst. Watch what you say. Watch what you say. Have a great day. Welcome back, everyone. It is time for part 2 of the secret recording used in a divorce case. If you are new here and you have no idea what I am talking about, please go watch part 1 and then come back and join us. For everyone else, I knew the algorithm was going to send you right on back to me. Come on back. I know what you're here for. Are you ready? As you can hear, I'm a little bit under the weather, but I'm here, you're here, so let's get started. So after part 1, it surprised me as to how many people just assumed that the wife had won. Do y'all not know who I am? Now, although I was surprised when it was played in the courtroom and very disappointed in my client, by no means was I about to let that stop me from coming to do my job. But briefly, let's put a pin right there. I do want to address something because I saw it continuously in the comments. A lot of people were asking, how were they able to surprise me with that evidence? I am very impressed as to how many people not only know about discovery, but knew that something was amiss. So for everyone who was listening closely in part 1 heard that we were at a temporary orders hearing and not trial. So discovery has not been due yet in this case. Now here in Texas, we do have something called initial disclosures. We are automatically required to turn over certain information by a certain deadline. But guess what? The hearing was before that deadline too. So basically, was I surprised when I heard that? Yeah, but so what? Because I surprised her right back. So once it was my turn to cross-examine her, it went a little bit something like this. Let's call her Banana. So Banana, you testified earlier that you're a stay-at-home mother, isn't that correct? You also testified that the only income and funds that you have access to are from your husband's job. But you left out that you have a very lucrative career, don't you? So she's sitting there looking all confused. No, I don't have a career. What are you talking about? Exhibit A. So I gathered my exhibit, I forgot what number it was, and I walked right up to her. You recognize this, don't you? And that username, you recognize that too. And this is a username to your OnlyFans account, isn't it? The issue isn't that she has an OnlyFans account per se. The issue is that once I told my client to go on ahead and subscribe, what we saw on her OnlyFans was the problem, and I could tell you exactly what the biggest problem was. It was a very particular picture that was on the account, and that photo was taken in the bedroom of their home. And in their bedroom, they have a nice floor-length mirror, and while she's there taking her various lovely, provocative images, use your imagination, guess who's in the background? Their child. Not only did we leave with everything we came for that day, I have way worse evidence than that, but I'll save that for trial, which means there has to be a part 3. I am not going to leave y'all hanging. But, for those who are here, Texas is an open court state, guys. It's open to the public. Come on down. Come watch all this greatness. But until then, we got a lot of great videos rolling out. I think the next video coming up is on child support, more specifically, how is child support affected once you get married. Coming right on up. Until next time, y'all. Bye.
Boy, you gotta love this woman right here. She's doing her thing. She is right. Me being from Houston, Texas. Texas is a one-party state. So is Colorado. So is... Oh, it's a few states. I can't think of them all off the top of my head. But all it takes is just one person recording you, and that's the consent they need. Now, I know states like California is a two-party consent. I have to record you saying it's okay for me to record you. But in Texas, I know all you got to do is just say that person's name, and that person going to say, what's up, what you want, whatever. That it's confirming that they are who you called them. Then you can start recording all you want. Anyway. Now, I will admit, when I was watching part 1, I was like, damn, this dude done fucked up. But, when you angry and you mad, things are going to come out that you shouldn't say, that you really don't feel. I mean, we humans. It's going to happen. And when people are not in your position, they're not in your shoes, they're not going through what you're going through, or they're just not you, period, I put it like that, we are going to look at that and be like, oh, man, why did you do that? Why did you say that? I would never say something like that. But we all have said things that we're like, damn, why did I say or do that? We all have. Now, like I said, part 1, I thought that dude was done. Then she came out with part 2. This is why I fell in love with this lady right here. She said, oh, don't you have a lucrative account? No. Or lucrative income? No, I don't. OnlyFans. And then this is how stupid y'all women are, but y'all claim to be the most smartest creatures on this earth. Females claim they are smarter than men. How in the hell are you going to do some OnlyFans content, some perverted OnlyFans content, with your child in the room? You didn't have at least the common decency to go in another room, put your child in another room, or wait till your child was at school, daycare, something. I guess what I'm looking at is this. Women, y'all do some of the dumbest shit. I was finna do another video pertaining to OnlyFans. But when I was sent this here, I said, no, I'm going to do this one first. I'm going to do my other video pertaining to OnlyFans maybe some other time. I don't know when, but some other time. But anyway. So, okay. This is something that I have learned. I'm going to give a lesson to all the fellas, and I know ladies are going to be watching this too. Fellas, I understand you're going to be upset. Emotions run high. You might let loose. Try your hardest not to. Just keep this in mind. You're always being recorded. Watch what you say on text messages. Be very specific what you say in text messages. Be very specific what you say around someone as well. Record yourself as well if you don't trust the situation. Let me explain why. I can tell you this from personal experience. Okay, when I say record yourself as well, because people know how to edit videos and recordings to make it sound like you the most horrible person on earth. For example, I can just say, man, I went to the store and fuck this shit, that bitch. Somebody might edit and say, I went to the store and fucked that bitch. So what you're going to hear is you thinking I'm in the store having sex. Or I could have just said, man, I went to the store, man, fuck that bitch. Man, that bitch got on my damn nerves. I couldn't say anything. She was mad. but somebody can edit that, right? But if you record yourself, there you go. You see what I'm saying? When I say be specific in text messages, I have heard so many times and seen my own sisters do this. They can be trying to sue you right now for $100 that they just loaned you last week, right? But they can have a text message from you for about 5 years ago saying, hey, I'm going to give you your money tomorrow. They're going to use that text message to get that $100 that you just borrowed from them last week. So what you should do is, hey, man, I know I borrowed this money from you on this here date for this here amount. I'm going to pay you back on this here date for this here amount. Be very specific in your text messages. And if you don't feel comfortable in a situation, record yourself as well. I'm telling you this because I know this. I have experienced these things. I have seen it. So, all right, now that I said all that, got all that out the way. This lady right here is my new best friend. She said she looked at her client. Why in the hell would you do that? So she said, okay, let's get to work. She said, oh, wife got an OnlyFans account. Told her husband to subscribe. And her husband found his wife doing OnlyFans and took a specific picture of one of the videos. Don't you know that woman can lose custody of her child? That woman has a lucrative income. She can pay her husband child support. Here's the thing. When you're doing sexually explicit stuff like this around kids, you are already an unfit parent. Now, she said she was going to come back with part 3 later on. Oh, I hope I get it. I'm praying to God I get that part 3. Oh, if y'all ever see part 3 of this, send it to me. Oh, man. This woman is a good lawyer. She's not lying. Being in the state of Texas, they have some laws that you would think, what the hell? That's why I'm telling y'all fellas, growing up in the state of Texas, I'm telling you now, I have been through hell and hot water with women. I listened to them old folks when they told me, keep your receipts. Back then, recording wasn't a big thing. You know, they always went by, you know, the judges always went by who they felt like was telling the truth. But I listened to those old folks, keep receipts for everything when it pertaining to your child. When you, fellas, when you buying something, let's just say you go to Walmart and you buying groceries, separate those purchases. What I mean by that, okay, you bought something for you from Walmart, a shirt, I don't know, whatever. That's yours. But everything that you bought for that child, all that should be on a separate receipt. I listened to those old folks when they told me these things. When you go get your apartment, put that child on the apartment. Put that child's name on the apartment. Fellas, listen to me. I'm trying to tell you. I'm not going to get too deep into why, but listen to what I'm telling you. I have been through it with women. I told y'all, I got a divorce from my first wife who cheated on me, had a baby by another man. That already put her behind the 8 ball in our divorce. Not my current wife. I don't want y'all to get that all twisted. Talking about my first wife. That already put her behind the 8 ball in our divorce. DNA test comes back. I am not the father. Oh, now they already frowning upon her. I got all my receipts. I have my, when we got divorced, I think I stayed in 2 different apartment complexes. I had those lease agreements. My son was staying with me. I didn't have to pay no child support. I had custody of my son. I proved that I was a better fit parent. Nowadays, because it's so much technology based nowadays, record yourself, videotape yourself, all that. Try your hardest not to get too emotional. I know it's hard, and I know these women will push you. Fellas, listen to me. Don't do it. Try your hardest. Try your hardest. And if you think she left a recording in your house or something, deep clean that house. You see what I'm saying? Deep clean your house, your car, whatever. So that way, just let it out right there. Or let's just say you just deeply think that there is a recording somewhere. Go to your mom's house. Go to your best friend's house. Go rent a hotel. Let it out there. You see what I'm saying? It is best that you do that because people are sneaky as fuck, especially women. They are sneaky and conniving. I'm going to tell you something that happened to my best friend. Something that happened to my best friend. May he rest in paradise. He's no longer with us. I think it was 2017 or 16 or whatever. He passed away from cancer. Two things happened to him that I will never forget. One, I told him to save his receipts. What he messed up is, he told the mother of his kids, he had two kids. He told the mother of his kids he was saving receipts and he kept them locked in a safe. Somebody broke into his house and only took that specific safe. What I'm saying is, don't even tell nobody what you're doing. Just do it. So he didn't have no proof of anything. I mean, common sense. Put it together. Either she broke into his house or she had somebody break into his house. And they only took that specific safe. Second thing happened to him. He will always try to go over to her house to see his kids. Right? Because she now had custody of what she did at first. She now have custody. Every time he would go over, she called the cops, want him arrested for trespassing. Cops told him if he go over there again, he's going to be arrested for trespassing. He was warned, I think, 4 times, if I'm not mistaken. If you go over again, he's going to be arrested. Now, she got full custody. He can't come over for visits at all. Now he's no longer with us. His kids don't know who the father, don't know their father. Fellas, these women are conniving and sneaky and will do anything to get their way. We have to maintain our composure. We have to use our brain and think. They're not smarter than us. They think they are. They're not. I'm telling you what I did. I saved my receipts, my lease agreements. I listed them old folks. Separate what you buy for yourself on one receipt and what you buy for your kids on another. Trust me, it worked for me. I listened to them old folks. But that was back in the day where all this technology and stuff wasn't really a thing. Nowadays, so much technology. Woo-wee. Anyway, so with that being said, I get back to this later. I know I'm rambling on. This video has been longer than what I normally do. But I just had to get this out there. This lady is a genius. Ladies, how in the hell do you think you're smart when you, even if you ain't going through a divorce custody, you and your husband, y'all on good terms, y'all love each other, y'all decide to do this OnlyFans stuff. How in the hell or you going to do some sexually provocative stuff, even if you just having sex with your husband, how you going to do that in front of your child? Why would you do that? That's the question. Why would you do something like that? That already makes you an unfit parent. Oh my God. I mean, I don't even know what to say here. This whole thing that this lady is saying blew my mind. I ain't gonna lie, part one, I thought the man was done. Fuck these kids. Fuck this house. You can have it all. I just want my piece and my last name. And he was like, damn, she got me. But this lawyer said, oh, I got something for this. Oh my God. So she was doing OnlyFans and nobody knew about it, huh? So she was making good money. Now guess what? They want to go ahead and go to court right now. I bet you anything that woman would lose. You are a super unfit parent to do something like that and record with your child in the background. Don't act like you didn't know your child was there, because you can see yourself while you're recording. Duh. You know your kids are at home. How come you can't go into another room? Something. Put them kids with a babysitter or something. I mean, not while that child is sitting right there in your room. That is ridiculous. Anyway, I've been rambling on too long. I'm sorry, y'all. This is your boy, Man Up. I'm Chunky the Deuce. I'll holler at you.